During 30 years managing mango farms outside Darwin, Martina MATZNER has watched climate change increasingly threaten the Northern Territory's most valuable horticulture industry, worth $110 million a year.
Certainly rainfall is declining as a trend. Prediction of temperature is becoming increasingly more difficult.
Without cool nights, the trees won't flower and fruit, so the industry is working with the NT government to trial more climate change tolerant varieties.
They need to be heat resistant, also obviously and withstand variability of temperature.
At the moment, the mango industry in the Northern Territory government are modelling the expected climate changes to 2090. At this stage, they're feeling confident that they'll be able to innovate to keep up with those.
But we're really at the beginning of that whole journey, so not quite there yet.
Coral along the NT coast has been bleached by sea temperature spikes 3 times since 2002. Scientists fear losing these corals altogether before they've been fully documented.
We do not know what are their temperature thresholds, for example, before they get stressed.
They're hoping trials of reseeding techniques being used on damaged Queensland reefs could be used to regenerate NT populations. But if the sea warms permanently by 2 degrees, corals won't survive.
These techniques must be used hand in hand with reduction of carbon emissions to give the reef the best chance.
Yeah, so over here we've got snappers from the offshore snapper fishery.
Rick Buckworth has spent his career providing advice on how to manage risks, including climate change, in top-end fisheries. He expects the fishing industries will be able to keep responding to good and poor seasons by varying their catches for a while. But he thinks stronger droughts and cyclones will eventually cause severe damage to fish stocks.
There is a risk where you have those extreme events, the dry years and runs of dry years, that there will be massive impacts on the prawn fishery. Yeah.
Scientists studying top-end sea level rise of 20 centimetres already this century have found some ecosystems have coped. Of all tropical plant species, mangroves display some of the most remarkable abilities to adapt. Here in Darwin Harbour, they've shown that they can literally march up the mudflats ahead of sea level rise.
They are shifting it to this large degree because of these climate change influences. It is, a bit of a warning to us.
Top-end governments have started building defences to protect against sea level rise and storm surge, including these rock walls in Darwin. But the NT government is still approving new seaside suburbs in places projected to be inundated within 30 years.
Maybe we should be planning for a higher level of inundation and therefore not planning to build in those areas.
Governments are being urged to factor climate change into all decisions about what assets should be built and protected long term.
Because if you're going to invest that much money, do you want to be coming back in 10, 15 years' time to retrofit things? And retrofitting after the fact is always more expensive.
The insurance industry is also arguing it makes economic sense.
Mitigation does a lot more than just protect an individual property or a street. It protects businesses, it protects the economic activity that's going on in the town.
I think, what is going to happen under While she's working hard to adapt, mango grower Martina MATZNER knows only global efforts to stop carbon emissions rising can save her industry long term. She's calling on all governments to do more to reduce them.
Climate change is real. I think it would be foolish not to be concerned about it. I think we just need to accept it as a start, and then once we accept it, then we can look at the solutions